Hey guys, welcome back to RPO Restorations. Today we'll be talking about the performance offerings from Oldsmobile in their mid-size A-body cars during a time when performance was considered a dirty word. And while these cars may not have had the power of the cars that followed before them, they certainly looked the part. Today we'll be talking about the 1979 and 1980 Oldsmobile Hurst Olds and 442. Starting in the 1978 model year, Oldsmobile downsized their mid-size Cutlass Supreme and the higher-level trim Cutlass Calais Coupe. Olds also offered an additional mid-size option, the Areoback Cutlass Salon. The cars rode on a 108-inch wheelbase, down from 112, and were 6 inches narrower. The cars were also about 600 pounds lighter, depending on how they were equipped. Powertrain options were also changed, with the 231 cubic inch Buick V6 offered as the standard engine, with a 260 cubic inch Oldsmobile V8 or a 305 cubic inch Chevrolet V8 offered as options. Transmission choices were limited to a 3-speed manual or automatic, or a 5-speed manual as an option if the buyer offered a V8 engine. These were all pretty standard Malaise-era options, and in keeping with the Malaise-era theme, starting with the release of the Areoback cars in 1978, buyers could opt for an appearance package that brought back the venerable Oldsmobile 442. The 1978 and 1979 Oldsmobile Cutlass 442 was offered exclusively on the Areoback Cutlass Salon. It consisted of only appearance options, as the package could be ordered with any drivetrain or transmission combination offered on the standard Cutlass lineup. Buyers who opted for the package got decals and striping on the exterior, which included a large 442 emblem on both doors, emblems inside the car, and special badging on the trunk lid. I'm not going to get too far into these, as the package never really added anything special performance-wise to the car. That would all change for the 1979 model year, however, when Oldsmobile introduced the Hurst Olds to the Cutlass Calais Notchback Coupe. For the 1979 model year, Oldsmobile restarted a partnership they had had off and on with Hurst Performance since 1968 with the introduction of the 1979 Hurst Olds. Debuting for the 1979 model year, the Hurst Olds was available as an option package on the upper-level trim Cutlass Calais Coupe. Known as the W30 Performance Package, they were made available with either ebony black or cameo white two-tone paint, featuring gold upper paint and gold striping throughout the exterior of the car. Also in the looks department, buyers got special 14-inch aluminum gold accented wheels, sport mirrors, W30 decals on the fender, rally pack gauges, a center console, gold painted grills, color-keyed tail lamp bezels to match the paint color of choice, and gold accented Hurst Old emblems for the sail panels. As a side note, while doing some research for this video, I learned that these cars weren't equipped with a consistent tire during their run due to a potential strike. Buyers got whatever was available at the time, with Goodyear, BF Goodrich, and Uniroyal supplying what they had. The same could be said for the spare, with limited slip cars getting a larger spare and a can of compressed air, while standard diff cars got the new smaller Space Saver spare. Interiors were available in either a camel-colored velour or vinyl, black vinyl, or white vinyl, depending on what the buyer wanted. I always liked the velour interior, as I think the seats resemble a corduroy pattern, which is definitely fitting for the era in which these cars were released. Under the hood, buyers got an Oldsmobile 350 cubic inch engine rated at 170 net horsepower, mated to a turbo-hydromatic 350 automatic transmission. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe this was the only time GM offered a factory 350 in the mid-sized A or G platform, except for the Monte Carlo SS models produced in Mexico. All engines were equipped with a Rochester Quadrajet mechanical carburetor. Every car was equipped with a dual-gate his and hers Hurst shifter. 0 to 60 times were rated at 9.3 seconds with a quarter-mile time of 17 seconds flat. While definitely nothing to bat an eye at today, or even 10 years before they came out, at the time this was considered pretty good compared to what Detroit was producing. And combined with the way they looked, they were certainly in line with Oldsmobile's tradition of producing gentlemen's muscle cars. All in all, Oldsmobile produced 2,499 Hurst Olds in 1979, with 1,165 coming in white and 1,134 in black. One last interesting fact to note about the 1979 Hurst Olds. It's the only Hurst Olds model produced by Oldsmobile that was completely made in-house. All other years were transferred off-site for completion, while in 1979 they were entirely produced and shipped from Lansing Assembly. Following up on the success of the 1979 models, Oldsmobile decided to continue things with another special edition of the Calais Coupe for the 1980 model year. The 442 model was transferred from the, by this time proving unpopular, Areoback Coupe and returned to notchback form. These cars were essentially a continuation of last year's Hurst models, all except for the Hurst shifter and badging, of course. They were still featured with the W30 performance package and the 350 cubic inch Oldsmobile engine. Power output and color choices were identical. These proved to be a little less popular than their 1979 predecessor, with 886 being made during their run. This, however, makes them much rarer today. What do you guys think of the 1979 Hurst Olds or the 1980 442? Let us know in the comments section. While they weren't powerful, they were certainly a bright spot during an otherwise dark time for automotive performance and styling. Thanks for watching.